fragments of a biblical book have been discovered, shedding new light on the story of Adam and Eve. This tale, deeply rooted in our culture, is now linked to an ancient legend involving the Garden of Eden, recorded in a mysterious text known as the Seer Tamuna, or the Book of the Image. This enigmatic book has long fascinated scholars and theologians, suggesting deeper layers to the familiar biblical narratives. The story of Adam and Eve, with its themes of the forbidden fruit, the serpent's temptation, and their expulsion from paradise, has been etched into our minds for millennia. But what if there's more to this story? What if a hidden chapter, a lost book, has been waiting to reveal a truth far more terrifying than we ever imagined? For years, scholars have searched for this mythical text, and now whispers are turning into shouts as archaeologists claim to have unearthed the real deal. However, what they found isn't a comforting bedtime story. Join us as we dive into a discovery that promises to reshape our understanding of early biblical history. This revelation sheds light on ancient beliefs and practices that have long been forgotten. The books of Adam and Eve, discovered in the Egyptian tomb of Tutankhamun and published in 1926, are among the oldest texts in existence, originating from Egypt at the dawn of Christianity. Now heading for auction, this book explores the experiences of Adam and Eve following their expulsion from the Garden of Eden. Despite debates over their dates and authenticity, these texts reveal prehistoric beliefs. The Apocalypse of Moses is the Greek title given to this book, which the Apostle Paul likely encountered, as mentioned in 2 Corinthians 12 verses 2-4. This connection to early Christian texts provides a fascinating link between different traditions and interpretations of these foundational stories. Prepare to question everything as we uncover a story that may forever change our perception of biblical history. The original story was revealed to Moses, but its earliest English translation is based on a Latin version. Although we don't know exactly when the story was created, scholars generally agree that it was written in the 1st century CE in a Semitic language and might have been passed down orally before being written down. The primary Latin sources date back to the 9th, 10th, and 12th centuries. This story hasn't been well documented because it was considered pseudepigraphical, historically accurate but not included in the Bible. Despite its exclusion, the book provides valuable context and understanding of historical events. This book, passed down orally through generations, connects the creation of the first human life to the moment it was written down. The story only gets more intriguing as we delve deeper, uncovering the rich myths and legends that have shaped religious thought for centuries. Known as the Book of Adam and Eve, it recounts their lives after being expelled from the Garden of Eden. Also referred to as the contradiction of Adam and Eve, or the conflict of Adam and Eve with Satan, it describes Satan's attempt to make them distrust God. An unidentified Egyptian is believed to have originally written the narrative in Arabic, and it was later translated into Ethiopian. Scholars think it was composed decades before the birth of Jesus and was first published in English in the 19th century. The text's journey through different cultures and eras highlights its significance. The book is divided into 2 parts. The first details Adam and Eve's struggles after leaving Eden, including Satan's temptations, and the second reveals that Cain and Abel had twin sisters. Cain killed Abel out of love for his own twin, Lolua, though their parents wanted him to marry Abel's twin sister. The story of the patriarchs before the flood is narrated in the second book. It describes how the descendants of Seth lived on Mount Hermon, known as the Holy Mountain, until they were tempted by the daughters of Cain to leave the mountain. This led to their downfall as they became like fallen angels, losing God's favor. The tale also recounts the death of Cain, who was slain by the blind Lamech, and follows the lives of the other patriarchs up to the birth of Noah. This complex story intertwines the moral and spiritual challenges faced by early humanity, offering deep insights into the human condition. In the first book, the punished serpent tries to kill Adam and Eve but is stopped by God, who punishes it further by making it mute and banishing it to India. Satan repeatedly attempts to deceive and kill Adam and Eve, even trying to crush them with a boulder, but God rescues them each time, drawing parallels to the future resurrection of Christ. God also foretells several significant biblical events, including Noah and the flood. The first book emphasizes Adam's sorrow and helplessness outside the garden, highlighting themes of repentance and redemption. When God expelled Adam from the garden, he placed him on the western border, far from the northern water and southern sweet trees, to ensure Adam remembered his sin and punishment. Adam was made to live in a cave below the garden, symbolizing the enduring struggle and separation from divine grace, a central theme of human exile and longing. Upon leaving the garden, Adam and Eve, unaccustomed to the harshness of the world, were fearful and fell on their faces when they saw the barren earth before them. Adam and Eve found themselves in a strange land after leaving the Garden of Eden. In their sorrow, God showed them mercy, lifted them from their fallen state, and sent his word to guide them. Overcome with grief, Adam and Eve wept bitterly as they entered the cave of treasures, comparing it to the paradise they had lost. Adam understood that further disobedience would lead to more punishment, and this realization marked a significant turning point in their journey. On the 43rd day, they emerged from the cave, weak from hunger and thirst, and prayed to God for forgiveness on a mountain west of the garden. God, seeing their repentance, sent a cherub with 2 figs from the garden, a reminder of the trees they once hid among. Satan tried to deceive them by appearing as beautiful maidens, but Adam, wary of the trickery, prayed for guidance. This episode underscores the constant spiritual battle and the importance of vigilance and faith. God approved of Adam's caution and sent angels with gifts of gold, incense, and myrrh to honor Adam and Eve's wedding. The angels instructed them to fast and pray for 40 days before consummating their union. Obediently, Adam and Eve followed these instructions, and their marriage was blessed with children, including Cain and Abel. This divine endorsement of their marriage and the preparation rituals highlight the sanctity of their union. The book of Adam and Eve contrasts with Genesis, providing a different perspective on creation, the fall, and human nature. While Genesis presents a majestic creation and emphasizes humanity's unique role, the book of Adam and Eve delves into psychological motivations, shame, and suffering. These narratives offer rich insights into disobedience's consequences and human nature's complexities. They have spurred theological debates and influenced interpretations of morality and our relationship with the divine. Reflecting on these ancient texts reminds us of their enduring relevance to contemporary issues of faith, ethics, and the human experience.
If you found this video enjoyable, please consider liking and sharing it. Additionally, subscribing to this channel will ensure that you receive more updates in the future. Thank you.